the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here we go.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Bengals.
And they go play action now. Burrow. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now Burrow. Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Bengals.
Gun.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he will lose yardage here at the 31-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Again, it's Burrow. Quick hitch, complete. It's Burton. You look at this Browns defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. T. Higgins halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Bengals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They're led out by the son of the Hall of Famer out of Colorado. It's Shedeur Sanders. Here's Sanders throwing to start the drive. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
That's good for a Browns. First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On the ground, this is Quinshon Judkins. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
38-yard line.
To throw is Sanders. And it's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Buffalo 18.
Sanders. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Browns at 8-3 now. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Setting up a screen for Judkins. They call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be 4th down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Throwing again at Sanders. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw now, here's Sanders. And that's going to be caught for the Browns. Touchdown. Danny Gray, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Here's Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Burrow looking to pass. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Myles Garrett. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow will throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. You look at this Browns defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
That's good for Bengals. First down.
Here we go.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
11 empty.
Now 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and
11.
at the 14-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. And swung out wide to Harris. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. Big 13. Big 13.
Now it's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
That's another Bengals
Turtle touch.
They'll bring a tight end in motion. Robinson fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Gun. Cut. Ready.
These two teams all tied after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
11 mighty.
Robinson
11
again.
mighty.
And this time he'll work his way in. Touchdown Bengals. The York on now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Browns offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And he's been one of the most consistent pieces of their offense all year long, no doubt. Shouldn't be much of a surprise then to see him among the league leaders in rushing here late in the season. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 29-yard line.
A give up the middle, Jenkins. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Come on. Set.
First down, right back to Jenkins. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
70 Timberwolves.
A toss to Jenkins, running right. Trying to find some space to turn upfield, but this defense having none of it. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Jordan battled there defensively.
They'll go. Here's Sanders. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
The Bengals on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Rondale Moore. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Down the sideline he goes. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
That's good for a Browns
Come on.
On first down, here's Jenkins. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Bronco switch.
Browns, first down.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 16.
Once again, Jenkins. He will push his way down to about the 14. Juju Brents comes up with a stop. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
An inside run with Jenkins. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Quinshon Judkins hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score.
Browns 14. Dustin Hopkins to kick
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
11 Thomas.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
Here we go. 11, Mike.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
And the Bengals.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
43-yard line.
11.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's got the connection to Moore. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
On 1, ready?
A gain of 7. And the Bengals first down.
Get set.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. To the air again, Burrow. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
That's another Bengals first down. 1st and 10.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now Burrow. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
12.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he bowls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr. with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Here's Sanders. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Brings up second and 1.
Gravity lying.
Sanders to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They'll run from the gun. It's Jenkins. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing, Sanders. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Sanders. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 39.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Halftime coming up past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Past midfield, look out. He's inside the 20. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Cleveland. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So he fielded the kick at the 8 and never looked back. A great return all the way to the end zone. 92 yards all told. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really high level.
They've been hot so far. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Ball going to keep it himself. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. And here's Ryan Wright now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And the Browns getting set to go. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go now. 60 by 6, 60 by check. Ready?
They'll start on the ground with Jenkins. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
From the gun, it's Shador. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Mark Andrews, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Browns offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Jenkins. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
They'll give it to Jenkins. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's good for a Browns 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Checks it down to Jenkins. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. From the 25, here's 2nd and 4.
60 Bobcat, 60. Let's go.
To throw is Sanders. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line.
That's another Browns 1st down.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
A give. Here's Jenkins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. On the handoff, this is Jenkins. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
And the Browns 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Ready.
Jenkins is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Sanders. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 3 yards out. And the Browns are back within a score. Hopkins with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Following the touchdown. Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Here we go, here.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He'll find Najee. Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
There was a short one caught by Finn, and that'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he goes out right around the 39. 9 yards on the play and a 1st down.
That's good. Browns. 1st down.
Bronco 80.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Up the middle they go. Sampson. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Knocked that down for a win, and the defense is caught him.
And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. That's complete left side to Gray. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To throw now. Here's Sanders. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Well, this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. This is Fant on the short completion. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
11 MT. Big 13. Big 13.
Here's Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete.
11.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Here we go. 180. Hot.
Burrow on play action. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whoa.
That's good for a Bengals first down.
Here we go.
Off the option, here's Robinson. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. From the 43, here's second down and 8.
Here we go. Right 80.
Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Turtle touch.
Now it's Burrow.
Offense is moving it a little bit. Allen's back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Burrow looking to pass.
11 MT tight.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, 29 yards. And the Bengals answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Extra point by York is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun here, Sanders. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Get it. 19.
From the shotgun, Sanders. Going to throw right side here, complete. What a big tackle there defensively.
One of the most difficult things for a defender to do, and think about the speed that he brought down. If he gets away, he's likely gone.
A big play looming on 3rd down.
Panther 60. Mustang 19.
Back to throw. That ball caught by his rookie wideout. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Here's second and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
He's back to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
It's third down.
Here we go. 180.
Here we go with Burrow. That is intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally getting a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but
Picked off by Jordan Bell. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if I'll receive.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in for broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. Here's second down and 3.
Here we go. 70 Lions. Go.
Looking to throw. Sanders. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the Bengals hands team. And they're going to hang on and win this game. The risk reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blow.